Hi, I'm Chuck Colson with this week's 2-Minute Warning. I'm going to say something that may take you aback. Here we go. The spending spree that Congress and the administration are on is profoundly immoral. Let me repeat that so you don't have to stop the video and replay it. Our growing debt is profoundly immoral. Right now, the national debt stands at $14 trillion, and it's climbing every day. According to a recent and absolutely terrifying article at National Review Online, that does not take into account state and local debt, debt on government pensions, and then the truly staggering liabilities of Social Security and Medicare. Throw all those in, and you've got head for the hills time, because it's a debt of $130 trillion. Now, we've reached this point because for decades Americans have turned their back on the Christian values and principles that built this country. Think about the Christian work ethic. We used to believe that we should work hard for an honest day's pay, save for a rainy day, pay our bills on time, stay out of debt. These beliefs given to us by the Reformation were ingrained in the American psyche. But in today's I want everything and I want it now culture, these principles are forgotten. Look at what happened. Folks believed they could and should buy whatever they wanted, spend money they don't have. That's what credit cards are for, right? Go out and buy a big house, they told themselves. Well, it all came crashing down in 2008 and 2009. The housing market collapsed, investment banks folded, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac teetered on the brink of oblivion. Nearly 10% of Americans are unemployed still today. Well, happily, many Americans are wising up. They're working hard to get out of debt. Families are starting to live on a budget, starting to figure out what's essential and what's a luxury. But as Americans are tightening their belts, they turn on TV to find that the government wants to spend its way out of the recession, borrow more money, go deeper into debt. Folks, this is insanity, and it is immoral. It's immoral to ask Americans to decrease their personal debt at the same time the government is increasing its debt. It's immoral to force future generations to spend their lives repaying the debt foisted upon them by their forebears, who have neither the wisdom nor the courage to live within their means. This also raises the question about the proper role of government. Scripture makes it clear that government exists to preserve order, restrain evil, promote justice. Government has no legitimate interest in running car companies or the healthcare industry or taking over student loans. Limited government is clearly sanctioned by Scripture. This is not a knee-jerk conservative reaction on my part. The government has gotten too big in terms of the balance that Scripture provides. It's out of control. Right here at colsoncenter.org, we have a marvelous Bible study on just this point, written by the theologian T.M. Moore. It's called Kudzu Government. Please download this 5-part study. It will give you and your church, your friends, neighbors, biblical arguments for keeping limits on government and government spending. If we Christians, bearers of 2,000 years of teaching on the importance of deferred gratification, hard work, and limited government, don't speak out, nobody will. And I shudder to think the curses future generations will utter in memory of us. I'm Chuck Colson. That's this week's 2-Minute Warning.